Alright, I have got a pretty cool haul video of stuff here. Let's get into it. Let's start with the first thing that's kind of weird. So I bought this at Walmart. These are showing up at Walmart right now because the new season of Wednesday's coming out. And, a while ago they did the Wednesday cereal, which, Ortega on the front, stuff like that. But now they do an Enid cereal. These are around about like $5 or whatever. Something like that. I bought one. I wasn't even sure if they were really going to have these in the store when I went in, so I saw it was on stock online. I just ordered it to, curbside pickup when I picked this up. And, I'm going to do a video taste testing this. I really did not like the Wednesday cereal very much, so I'm curious what this one's going to taste like. It turns your milk purple, which looks kind of gross. I do really love this character a lot, and so I kind of think I like this one quite a bit more. $4 or $5, picked that up, so expect that video coming soon. I've been doing a lot of these taste test videos recently, and I have one coming for can't think of it, Wicked cereals whenever I find those. I know those are starting to hit Walmart soon. I got Something About Mary on Blu-ray. So, interesting little story with this one. I'm not going to share the reason why, because it's kind of naughty. Not safe for YouTube, let's just say that. Me and a coworker were talking about this movie. And he sent me the clip of Ben Stiller being like, oh, something's bleeding, And I haven't seen this movie in a really long time. And I love Ben Stiller. He's one of my heroes. So I was just kind of like, it's alright. Why don't I have this? So I went on Amazon, searched Something Like Mary. Didn't even know what studio owned the movie, right? And I was like, oh, it's pricey. It's not available. So, of course, I went to eBay. And, because it's out of print, I found out. And it's not selling for a lot. It's selling like $15-20. But I was able to find it shipped from a Goodwill for like $10. It was like 9 something, like a little under $10. Got it shipped from a Goodwill in good condition. Like, look at this. This looks like, doesn't even really look like it's been touched. It has like a little smudge there or whatever, or wrinkle, whatever you want to call that. Blu-ray disc looks like it's never watched. So I got this movie for $10, which is about the price that this movie's worth, at least on Blu-ray, right? So, $10. But isn't this crazy, guys, that we're at this point with 20th Century Fox titles and Disney titles? That this is a huge movie. When this movie came out, it was a big hit. There was talks of a sequel for a while, things like that. There were rumors about that or something like that. And Disney just took this out of print, and nobody I knew was talking about this in the physical media community, or me. I didn't know. And that's just crazy. We don't even know when they do these things. And, I feel like Disney's not the only company that does this, obviously, but I feel like Disney is the worst at it because you just don't know. And sure, you might be able to find this movie on Hulu or Disney Plus, but it's probably censored and edited there, where on this Blu-ray, probably not, right? So, when did this Blu-ray come out? I'm sure it came out, does it say? 2009 Blu-ray, so crazy this is out of print though. But there's just no warning with some of this stuff. It just goes. And sure, it's not selling for a lot, but what if it had been another couple of years before I found this was out of print and it was selling for $30 for this movie? That's pretty pricey. So I would say if you want this, search around Mercari, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, wherever you buy your, out of print stuff. And try to track this down now, because Disney's kind of been recently doing more stuff with their back catalog, but they definitely haven't been doing enough. So this is one of those that it's gone right now, and I don't foresee it coming back. So I snagged that for $10. Speaking of things going away, you see in the theme here, I grabbed South Park's seasons 6 through 10. So a while ago, I grabbed seasons 1 through 5, and South Park has these really amazing collections like this because these are normally like $30 to $40, and there's 5 seasons in these sets. I believe they go up to season 26 because I think that they're at season 27 now, right? So these are great collections to get if you love South Park because they're really cheap. They have almost all the episodes in them. I say almost because there's a few episodes that we will never see released on streaming, DVD, or Blu-ray because essentially they featured depictions of Muhammad in them, and that created a whole controversy. And you can look up that whole story. I'm not going into that, but because of that, those episodes are never been released. But everything else is in these sets. And they're all in HD, and they're really affordable. This was like $40 when I bought this. Actually, I got paid today, and I ordered this because I want to order these one a month so I can finish out my set, because I'm missing about 3 of these. I just want to get them all. And the reason why I'm trying to get them all right now is, if you don't know, South Park's been in the news a lot recently because an episode they did about Trump, of course. But before that, they've been in the news because they were in a lawsuit with HBO Max, and I'm not going to go into the whole logistics of the lawsuit. Point being, both parties were kind of in the wrong in some instances, and one was clearly more wrong than the other. But in the end of it, it ended with South Park going to Paramount Plus, and there were stories going around that they're removing a bunch of episodes. Well, a lot of those episodes were streaming on Max or HBO Max, whatever they're calling it now, and now they're not available on there. But there's rumors that when they move to Paramount Plus, they're going to remove episodes. I did not check that they did that. I think they didn't. But I'm also like, if they did, what are we even doing, right? So I'm just getting these Blu-ray sets because I really see Paramount, and who's now merging with Skydance, and there's influence over Paramount with the Trump administration and stuff, is going to start doing some funky stuff with South Park, and I'm sure that the creators are going to push back as they did with their latest episode. But just to protect myself as a fan, I'm going to buy these Blu-ray sets and finish out my set before it goes bye-bye. Yeah, so the other thing I will say is I actually meant to do this months ago, and this set and another one, and 2 other sets went out of stock for a while, and it was around the time that it was rumored that some episodes are being removed from going to be removed from Paramount Plus. So I think if you're a fan of South Park, you really need to rush to grab these, because who knows how much longer these are going to be in print. I think it will continue to be, but it is something to start thinking about. I do think that also these episodes are just stuff to worry about, Not trying to stress anybody out, but I really think we as fans do need to start thinking about some of the things we want and what's going on in the media landscape, because the Trump administration, and really every president, not as much as the Trump administration, is trying to interfere with our entertainment, but not like this, and we need to start thinking about things that we want and really don't want mess with, and start buying them to send a message to these corporations, because that's all they think is with their dollars, and something to start thinking about. So I just got a Nintendo Switch, not Switch 2, I said Nintendo Switch. My uncle, he bought a Nintendo Switch 2, and he said, hey, when I get it, do you want my other one? I'll sell it to you for $60. Yeah, I was like, yeah, of course I'll do that. Issue was, and I don't blame him for doing this, right? It's his. But it is kind of like, oh shit, yeah, you're going to sell me it, but you sold me it without games. So, had no games to play on it. I played the latest Tron game because it was a digital download, so immediately when I got it, I just bought it, hooked it up. Very bad game. I was not a fan of it. But finally was able to get some games because I finally got paid. And I found this one at Walmart. They had this in the wrong spot, so I thought it was $15, but when I took it up to the checkout, it ended up being $25, which is fine. A little disappointed though, because I did not want to pay $25 for it, but it's okay. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Wrath of the mutants. If you know me, my favorite version of the Ninja Turtles is the 2012 version. I love all four kinds of Ninja Turtles, even the terrible Michael Bay ones. And, Next Mutation, like all of it. I just love Ninja Turtles. I'm at the comic book shop every week buying every issue of every line of Ninja Turtles. Except Power Rangers, because they're on like part 3 of that, or 4. I never caught on with that. I need to actually go back and finish those. But, anyways. I read all the comics, watch all the shows, so I'm a big Ninja Turtles guy. So I was meant to pick this up, so I'm glad I finally did. 2012 Turtles is my favorite, like I said, so it is nice to have this. Who knows how good the game is? That's why I was like, I don't know. But, yeah. Then I grabbed Power Rangers Retro Rewind. I am in a Power Rangers mood at the moment, just because there's a comic coming out based on this game, of course. And also, this game looks really cool, so I've been meaning to get this anyways. And, what else was I going to say? They did like Power Rangers Reunite, which is nothing special. What was it on? How do I describe it? On Netflix, they call it a new season, but it's really the original series kind of upscaled to 4K with a lot of digital remastering and stuff. It doesn't really work out, I think. But, because they can't ever put that on a disc for various reasons. But anyways, I've been watching some of that. And so I'm just in a Power Rangers mood, right? So I won this game. Comic coming out this week based on this game, and so I figured if I'm going to get that comic, might as well play the game as well. So I just ordered it. These two things, crazy Amazon nowadays. I ordered these literally at 6 a.m. this morning, and it is like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and here it is sitting in my thing. So, yeah, I think it's crazy sometimes with some of these things, but I did want to get these. So, yeah, I'll have more haul videos coming, but I just want to show these off because I thought these were pretty cool that I got these. Let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe.